We are heading off to Coachella. They are launching Solana NFTs as a part of a deal with FTX. So the music festival is returning after a 2-year hiatus, of course, because of COVID, with NFTs that offer perks and VIP access as part of a long-term partnership with the crypto exchange. So I don't know if you guys remember, but Solana was also the official blockchain partner of Lollapalooza, and there were some pretty interesting NFTs that came out of that. I believe Lollapalooza launched their own NFT marketplace as a part of that. But Naomi, I'm going to kick this down to you. There are some cool VIP perks associated with these NFTs. Do you think Coachella goers want these? Are they going to participate in this NFT launch with FTX?
I think that it's really cool that Coachella in general is getting involved with this. I mean, such a giant name brand. And it's just like, I mean, I do feel like we talk about this on the show all the time. Another big brand coming in and, oh, that's really exciting because they're embracing it. But Coachella is huge, you know? And what if, you know, they just started releasing all of this music from different artists as NFTs? Like there are all kinds of ways that directions that this could go. So it looks pretty interesting. I have never been to Coachella. Definitely something that I would love to check out one year. But I wonder whether this would even incentivize people to go if they could get like this collectible. You know, it's not just about the experience anymore. You can have these things that you could take home with you. Like just adding in those perks is an interesting direction to go in. But Zach, I'll throw it to you for your thoughts.
It's the music industry is like going really hard in NFTs right now. You know, we saw Warner Music Group do something with NFTs. We saw John Legend today announce that he's doing an NFT platform. Everyone is racing to get a slice of this pie. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. If it sort of aggregates around individual artists partnering with bigger brands to do this thing, or if it aggregates around record labels partnering to make these platforms work. And I think what we're seeing with this Coachella offering is quite interesting in that it's through FTX US, which is clearly a big presence. They did this Solana NFT marketplace not long ago. It wasn't really that big of a hit in terms of getting people to use it, but it's definitely something that is baked into this thing that is growing in stature and awareness over time. So if this is the thing that ultimately serves the Coachella music fan, as well as it does the FTX US marketplace for these NFTs, as well as it serves Solana NFTs writ large, I think that's potentially quite interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see what other music festivals follow suit. You know, Jen, you mentioned Lollapalooza. Governor's Ball has done something like this. This could become, you know, just like, you know, your digital souvenir that you can have access to and do with what you please. So interesting to see this roll out. Everyone's doing it, even Coachella. All right, Will,
Even
down
Coachella.
to you.
I want to take a look back memory lane. I think we've been on the hash for almost a year now. And I remember going back in the time box and thinking like NFTs, those are not going to be a big thing. And like in February of last year, talking about NBA Top Shot. Now we're talking about them at Coachella. They're like very mainstream. Everyone is launching an NFT. It's just so weird to see what the difference a year makes for something like NFTs here. I thought they were dead. There was like one pump in like March. They got really, really big at the beginning of last year. And they kind of died down a little bit when crypto prices went down. Then they like resurged in August, and they've kind of been hot since. Like there's been a little bit of a drawdown with the price correction, but they're still going pretty strong. And integration with Coachella here doesn't seem to indicate that this is going away at any point in the future. Naomi, I'll throw it back up to you.
Yeah, just some final quick thoughts. I'm just wondering how things like NFTs, which seem so disassociated from traditional crypto and all of the trading and speculation, I wonder how this affects the movement of the market as well. Because we're currently in a bear market, and yet we're still having announcements from places like Coachella saying NFTs, right? And then I presume this has been in the works for a long time. These giant organizations, there's a lot of bureaucracy, and so they're kind of lagging in getting this announcements out. They probably decided this a long time ago when crypto was still looking on the up and up, and now they're finally announcing it, but crypto's going down. And so I wonder whether something like this is an impetus that will kind of lift the market back up, because you have these lagging companies coming come in and then it kind of messes up that flow of the crypto market. Or I wonder whether we're starting to see these divergent markets where it doesn't matter what traditional crypto markets are doing. NFTs are its own thing at this stage. It may be based on blockchain technology, but people are into it not because of the price or whatever. They're into it for other reasons. The application for transfer of ownership, for cool little goodie bags, for keepsakes. Like, it just seems like it's potential. We've created this kind of spin-off area that isn't really that affected by price. And Will, you mentioned this on a previous show. The NFT markets haven't really seemed to have taken a hit. They're still going as strong as ever. So it's just interesting to see that that phenomenon kind of emerge.
I wanted to just add a few more tidbits to this as I lose my voice. Sorry. Okay. So the collectibles are not only Coachella collectibles. There are going to be 10 NFTs that will give the holder lifetime access to Coachella and VIP events. And so I have a quote here to read from the Coachella Innovation Lead. They said, only blockchain technology can give us the unique ability to offer tradable lifetime passes to Coachella for the first time. So I thought that was really interesting that they're thinking about these tradable lifetime, these tradable tickets, essentially. And I think there are other ways to do it that don't use blockchain technology, but it's interesting to see them integrating the technology into what they're doing. And my second thought is we spoke about FTX really kind of dominating their marketing when it comes to sports and then focusing on regulation moving forward on a show, I think it was a few days ago. And I wonder if FTX has focused their marketing now on the entertainment space. I wonder if they see the value in music NFTs and they're ready to compete in that space. And I wonder how they're thinking about regulation. I mean, we saw in India, the government's looking to define the definition, to define NFTs as it pertains to regulation. And so I wonder what role FTX will play in NFTs in that mind in the US. But Zach, I'll kick it up to you.
Yeah, I wonder if it will be sort of a mainstreaming force. I think the interesting thing at the very end of this article was that FTX US bought carbon credits to offset potential backlash, because we've seen that time and time again, be it with gamers or other mainstream communities on the internet. There's a ton of backlash still to NFTs, mainly around their perceived environmental costs, because many of them are on Ethereum, which is a proof of work chain, which is more environmentally costly than something like Solana or other proof of stake networks. So anyway, I think that's interesting in speaking to that sort of mainstreaming moment, that there is sort of like a bit of headwind when it comes to rolling out NFTs in every part of popular culture. So going to be interesting to see what comes of it.